Hello everyone, this is Don. I'm in Kingdom 362. We are doing our first Blood event. Okay, Blood event is a single alliance on a single alliance. I'm in Kingdom 362 and we are facing Kingdom 134. Let's see if I can scroll over and see these guys. This is a big battlefield. So, back here. Now I have put on the Asian skin here to kind of easily identify myself. And honestly, you're going to have to excuse me on this short one. We're going to do a little walk around here and just kind of show you what I see type things. Ah, there's their area. Okay, so, alright, so there's a C-30, a C-39, C-34, and a C-26. Alright. For us, it is Friday night in the States. It is the middle of the night for the UK and European countries, which makes this a very bad time for us, but it was really the only time that we could do this. It's also summertime, which means participation is low in these games. Uh, is what it is, but we're still representing more players overall. My guys have marches, they have buffs that are well built. While there may be C26s to C28s in here, and not everybody is in the event yet, so it will come out. Now, there's a help thing, and we'll go over this. The safe zones, which is where we're standing. All right, the red side's ours, the blue side's theirs. You can sit back here in the safe zone and just kill creatures. You know, that's what you're going to do. And there's towers, they need to be manned. And this was an interesting thing. Where did we find it? The Curse Crypt. Now I'm going to read this one. Not Crypt Tower, Curse Crypt. Each time you attack the Curse Crypt, you can gain a specific amount of captured souls. The number of troops in a march will not affect the amount of captured souls you gain. So, that would tell me that why can't I send one troop cavalries with my airships on them? Now, some tips that we already got relayed. If you are not, this is a lot like Night Siege. Whatever buff you don't have on when you enter, you're not going to get. So you need to have your anti-scout on. You need to have your march cap on. You need to have your attack and your defense buffs on. Of course, all your accolades, everything else. And why it's reporting me with 1 million power, I just realized that I'm hoping it's a glitch of some kind because I'm 150 mil. I don't know if my heal gear affects any healing that we do in here, but I do have it at the ready on my second tab. And change that's just a display glitch of some kind. You know, it quote unquote copied the troops over, uh, which for the developers, we don't need to know that you are transferring us to a third party server, which is what they are in fact doing, and for some reason felt the need to explain it in some common language. The so not anything that we need to be concerned about the internal mechanics of what they're doing. And you can't bookmark anything. We can enter this area after they appear. Okay, that was a part of the help there. So like I said, I'm looking around. And I like looking at this with fresh eyes. I had a bunch of people kind of give me spoilers of what to expect, what to do, and it's not that I don't appreciate it, but it's when we're having to explain something, everybody that's coming here doesn't know what to do, and sometimes it's a little easier if I fumble around just a little bit and figure out what it is I need to learn. In that way, I can also explain that, hey, this was too hard to find, or this was too complicated for no good reason and nothing happened. So the Vampire Queen and the Vampire Lord will occasionally appear at a specific location on the battlefield once in a while. You can only attack them after moving your estate into that area. So I'm assuming there's going to be a pop-up that says Vampire Lord in that area, and it's probably designed to get us to engage the other guys. Where we're going to have to be careful is I'm the big guy at C30, and that's C39s and C34s is going to be fairly rough. And my understanding is once your troops die, they're dead. So we did a normal spec out of what we would do for KVK. All right, so airship is set on kill. Abilities up here. March caps going all the way through and including battlefield treatment so that they could go to wounded. Okay, and there's a reason for the stars being where the stars are, guys. I got videos on that. Go look. Double check your defense tab. All right. This is something that people tend to overlook when they're going into player versus player events. You get hit. Make sure your defense tab is up to snuff. All right. Now, you can occupy a tower, of course. And as part of the spoiler, you can also, oops, I'm trying to go. So let's look at a tower. So let's say we're going to occupy this tower. So I'm going to send one march to occupy a tower, and then I'm going to start killing beasts. Right? So I'm going to set up over here. And when I start killing beasts, once that beast dies, I send my next march after a beast. I am limited to one beast attack at a time, but I am only, once they're dead, I can send another march. So I can keep 3-4 marches going. Battlefield supply pack. Okay. So the battlefield store. Battlefield. Use one board to heal. Look at that. One Battlefield Alliance gift. So, I didn't even know those existed, to be honest. Oh, look at there. And this is why we like to do this. Oh, that's a top-up thing. Which, of course, they did right after I bought a whole bunch of stuff today. Their timing for when they do the things, it just couldn't be worse. So when the marketing department looks at this and says, "Hey, we don't know why people aren't getting our stuff," so we got some March speeds, other stuff in my bag, so we won't worry about it just a second. And I got 12 minutes left. All right, I just wanted to do a quick overhaul of what this is. Battlefield Hospital is going to be like our Kingdom Hospital, of course. Where do we think this is going? One, right now this is inter-kingdom. Okay. But this could also be a inside the kingdom bracket tournament at some point. Which would be an outstanding replacement for KE, because KE has done nothing but run players off their first week in the game. You've got kids who are mowing lawns every day, and they've got it figured out. If they go spend their $100 of lawnmower money, they can go to a new kingdom and just dominate somebody for 3 weeks. And then when there's only 80 guys left, they rob, loot, and steal for the rest of the time. The lack of morals that exist out there, to where there is no shake hands and say good game anymore. To that effect, I have a room over here that I run, and I invited my opponents. There's my opponent, Kenya. And I invited her into the room. And if you guys ever do face us, I will be doing the same thing. Not gonna taunt you. Not gonna weird. I get some pretty insulting people in that room every once in a blue moon. I don't know what your problem is out there, guys. It's one of those things where I guarantee you, no one would be that tough to my face. Fairly big guy. But here we go. And what is this? Dominate the battlefield. Use the Blood War to teleport your state. Okay. That disappears here shortly. Oh boy, loudspeakers, just what we need. All right, guys, and in here it does tell everybody I bought them. I kind of don't like that, but I typically don't tell people when I'm spending money. I'm not one of those guys that runs a chat and says, "Hey guys, I just bought you all a teleport." You know, it works better for me if everybody doesn't know where it comes from. And I have other players who do it all the time, and they don't tell anybody either. So yeah, I like it that way. It works good for us. I don't see anything that's different than the UAC. This is one-on-one. The complaints that we've heard from the KOA guys is how unfair and mismatched they are. And you just saw we're up against a very large alliance here. I mean, they're Kingdom 134. We're Kingdom 362. So it's to be expected. Now, how are these things? They got some more players there. There's a 39. Here's another 30. Woohoo! There's that 16. All right. Now, I know that the two I've got to worry about is this guy and this guy. That's it. Everybody else is kind of a hollow shell. And I know that by looking at their alliance before when they gave us a thing. So I went over and looked at their stuff and looked through their memberships, all their powers and ratings while they were farting around during the day. So I snuck a peek just as soon as I could sneak a peek. And there's their leader. And I think she is nothing but, you know what? No, I'm not going to show you guys that. So take it for what it is. You know, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. We are going to do some of the battle stuff. I don't edit videos, so I can guarantee the battle video is going to be a little bit longer. And I'm hoping this just a little walk around kind of helps you walk around and say, oh, yeah, I remember where he said that was. I didn't know till I got in here. I looked around. I didn't know you could buy stuff specifically while you're in there. What a great way to just get people to... And I know all you guys out there turn around saying, hey, looky there. They got people spending... Go to a movie. Costs you $40. I just spent 10 so that my guys have tools to play with. All right? We're going to get a couple hours of entertainment out of this, and that's the goal here. People need to stop worrying about what other people get. I will get a couple hours of entertainment out of this deal. They got $10 from me for doing so. I got 30 other guys that are going to get free entertainment out of it because I spent $10. So the cost per player is very, very good, very nice. I do want to tell people, try to support these new events here, because crash and attrition is a terrible thing here. So we got to put a stop to that. This is a no loss event, meaning that all our troops come back when we get out of the blood event, and I really want to see more of those. And this has several layers of who you attack, when you attack, strategy taking place. It doesn't happen but once in a blue moon. The scheduling sucks, in my opinion. I almost would rather see this as, I would like to challenge another alliance in my kingdom. And, where I, as the alliance leader, and another alliance leader agree to just duke it out in one of these things. That would be a blast, and say, let's do that on a once a week or twice a week type thing, or 3 times a week. And like I said, I would prefer to see this in a bracket format. Especially once we start to getting towards kingdom mergers, we need to have some kingdom mergers here, and bracket format would be nice, and add this to it in a bracket format. And make that determine who's going to be the king of the kingdom. Use the brackets. It's not a bad thing to do, and then work out a scoring system like that. I think you'd find a lot more inter-kingdom work together. The less hateful, I'm going to hurt you financially, I'm going to take the $50 you just spent and destroy it. That is what's running off players. It really is. And it's some malicious children out there doing that stuff. So I bought the airship pack for this, as you can see, for the Merc airship. I wanted every advantage I could get for this first time. And we are at the end of our 30-minute prep window, so I do appreciate everybody. Please hit the like, the subscribe, and if you found any tips in here, please put them down there in the comments, and I will address them in article. I'll probably do a fumbling around video here and post it, and then that will become dated as they update the alliance, and then I will address the changes and your fixes and whatever little Easter eggs that you found in this place. I'll address that in the article. I appreciate it all. Thank you, guys.